early this week, or was it last week or whatever? I think it was last week or whatever, about Deion Sanders and the press conference that he had.
I saw it.
And he walked out of there.
I saw it.
And what now? Like I said, at first when I first read it, my thing was like, okay, let me go back and see if I can find the clip before I cast any kind of opinion or any kind of judgment on it. I thought it was important that I go back and just kind of like do some research on it and see what happened or whatever. Before I give you my opinion on it or my take on it, what do you think about what he said about that?
Well, I somewhat agree with him.
Okay.
But on the flip side of that, people have been calling him Deion and Prime for so long. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, oh, call me Coach so and so.
Right.
It's just different because it's kind of almost not what you have been, who you have been known as. So,
right.
But I can see him saying, hey, man, like, I want the same respect. No different than, somebody saying, hey, I've earned this medical degree. Call me Dr. So-and-so, not just Sean, call me. So I can kind of see where, although it freaks me out when people call me Attorney Young. Oh man, just call me Chris if you want, like, but I get what you're saying.
But you know what? That's a great point you made. So, like for example, you have gone through and earned that title, Attorney Young, right? So, right. I guess sometimes when people kind of go through it and earn it, whatever, like Deion Sanders, he had evolved and could become a coach now, or what have you, and they like to be called or like to be referenced as, I guess, their title, something like that. So, and you said if most people don't call you, or somebody don't call you Attorney Young, you're not slighted anywhere about it?
No, okay. I think I've figured out it's mainly like it's almost generational. Like older people, people probably 45 and up. Well, hey, Attorney Young, where younger people are like, hey, Chris,
hey, you. Hey, man, holler at you real quick. You know what I'm saying?
You pay my fee. You can pretty much call me whatever.
Oh shit, bro, that's what's up. But you still gotta walk in that court and call that dude Your Honor, though.
You do.
You know what I'm saying?
And you got to stand up when you talk to him. So,
hey man, like I said, I thought that when I saw that, I said, okay, well, I thought Prime was just being Prime or whatever when I first saw it, and I kind of read what he said, or heard clips of what he said or whatever, and said the reason why he felt that way. And after hearing what he said and kind of reading a little more into it, I understand, because I think what he has done, he has transitioned into something else other than what he was when he was a younger man. You know what I'm saying? Right. He's a coach now, and he's influencing young men. So I totally understand what he was saying, especially. You had a point there. If they call him that, okay, great. But if he say, okay, that's fine. But I prefer to be called Coach Sanders now. At that point, you
could have did that.
Yeah. Right. At that point, you got to adjust the way you address this person. You know what I'm saying? If they correct you, if you walked in, it was unknown to you, but if they later correct you, you have to adjust that and give that person respect. Because I did see something on social media where a young lady was in a town council meeting or some type of meeting with some city officials, and the guy refused to address her as doctor.
That was in North Carolina. Yeah, I think that was like in High Point. Yeah, like right. He refused to call the young lady doctor. Like, it was.
Yeah, I like in situations like that, I think that's being disrespectful. But like I said, if you walk in and you didn't know, man, you got to adjust the way you talk to somebody and give them that respect. You know what I'm saying?